You ever hear a whisper that Marvel spent over $100 million just to bring Robert Downey Jr. back? Not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom? What if that move isn't just about nostalgia, but something bigger? A reset button for the MCU's multiverse, reputation, and future? Today, we dig into whether that gamble is worth it, because it won't just cost money. It'll cost fate, identity, maybe even the story itself. Let's jump right in, because if we know anything, it's that Marvel's next chapter needs to land, or else Doomsday may take on more meanings than one. So we've got some facts first, because you deserve more than speculation. Marvel's upcoming Avengers film, originally called The Kang Dynasty, was reworked. Kang the Conqueror actor Jonathan Majors got fired after legal issues. Then Marvel decided to retool the story, bring in Doctor Doom as the main villain. This was announced at SDCC in July 2024. Also, Robert Downey Jr., who played Iron Man, is returning for this role. Yes, the same RDJ. That reveal alone got people talking, excited, shocked, and the paychecks? Reports say RDJ is to earn over $100 million for his appearances in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. The Russo brothers are back directing both films. So yes, big money, big expectations. Let's talk about what this means for us, the fans. Because a decision like this doesn't live in a vacuum. Bringing back RDJ in a villain role is bold. A lot of people adored him as Tony Stark. That role defined an era. It ended with sacrifice. To see him now as Doctor Doom? That can be amazing! Or it can feel off if it's mishandled. We already saw reactions. Some love the idea. Some are super skeptical. Jonathan Majors, previously Kang, said he was heartbroken, but he also admitted Doom is wicked. Fans are divided. Also, because Doom is one of Marvel's top villains in the comics. He rules Latveria, blends magic and science, has ego, pride, family, duty, but also ruthlessness. People respect him. If Marvel nails Doom, it could be huge. If they wreck him, fans won't let that slide. It's not just about the story, but about legacy. Now, let's ask, was this move worth it? We'll break it into 3 parts: fan impact, narrative potential, and business return. And by the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit like. Share with someone who knows their Marvel history better than me. They exist, I promise, and subscribe so you don't miss when I do this kind of thing again. Because we're going deep. Yes, bringing RDJ back as Doom has instant fan draw. We love big reveals, nostalgia, and seeing famous faces in unexpected roles. Marvel knows this. They saw how No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Deadpool, and Wolverine exploded when they leaned into fan casting and legacy. And RDJ brings credibility, charisma, even if people have turned cautious with Marvel because of fatigue. But there's risk. Some fans might feel this is too safe, a move leaning heavily on what worked before instead of breaking new ground. Others worry, will Doom feel like Iron Man in a mask? Or will Marvel give him room to be his own villain with the darkness, the mystery, the complexity? Because Doom isn't just a bad guy, he's pride, fear, a savior complex, ambition. That's a lot to balance less than one film, especially given how much expectation is piled on. Also, casual viewers who aren't comic deep may be confused. RDJ Iron Man is iconic. Putting him now as Doom may rattle their mental models. Will Marvel lean into variants, alternate universes? Will this Doom be a variant, or part Tony, part Victor Von Doom? We've seen speculation about alternate universe Starks. Marvel has rights from Fox acquisition, and the multiverse is open. The line between variant Doom and this is just Doom matters. So for fans, it's a high-risk, high-potential setup. For many, yes, it looks worth it, if done right. Was Marvel prepared to build Doom into this role? Did they give enough time, groundwork, storytelling latitude? It appears they have been shifting toward Doom for a while. Kevin Feige revealed discussions started even before Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania underperformed. He said Marvel began to recognize Kang didn't have the same weight as Thanos, that perhaps Doom could be that level. Also, the film Fantastic Four: First Steps is expected to feed directly into Doomsday. Doom appears in its post-credits scene. The cast from First Steps is confirmed to appear in Doomsday. That gives Marvel at least a little runway. The audience knows First Steps is coming, sees Doom teased, so when Doomsday drops, it won't feel totally out of thin air. Replacing Kang also changes how the art flows. Kang was supposed to be the main villain of the multiverse saga. Now that Evil Supreme has shifted to Doom, the stakes are different. Doom is deeply rooted in Fantastic Four mythos, cosmic magic lore, science, and sorcery. That opens arms to stories that go beyond time travel or variants. It might integrate magic, mysticism, alternate universes, character moral dilemmas, and that can be rich. But narrative risk, the story will need to justify why Doom is acting the way he is, and if the audience feels Doom is just a villain because RDJ was available or Kang became too messy, it could weaken the emotional core. Also, Doom is popular, but his characterization in comics is varied, sometimes more sympathy, sometimes pure evil. Marvel's version must pick which Doom. Will he hide behind the mask? Reveal his face? Use armor? How much do you lean into Victor Von Doom's royalty? Latveria, magic versus tech dictator angle versus alternate universe Stark angle. If they make him too much like Stark or too little like Doom, fans will feel cheated. And narrative coherence must hold up, not just spectacle. Here's where money comes in, because we know Marvel and Disney are thinking in billions, merch, theme parks, streaming, not just box office. First, RDJ's pay, reports say he is making significantly more than $80 million for the two movies, likely over $100 million. That is huge for one actor across two films. Marvel is betting that RDJ's return will buy them enough goodwill to boost ticket sales, merch, park interest, maybe even streaming buzz. The Russo brothers coming back to direct helps because they deliver big ensemble Avengers films people love. Release dates: Doomsday is scheduled for December 18, 2026. Secret Wars for December 17, 2027. Big late year releases, prime holiday slots. That means Marvel expects big box office, cross promotion, maybe global events. Also, is this cheaper or more expensive than many flops? Probably worth paying more for one actor if everything else works well. Strong script, good cast, good visual effects. Also, this move helps Marvel's broader strategy. They need to shake off the sense of fatigue and underwhelming entries. Other films haven't performed like early MCU entries. Marvel's public image has taken hits with flops like The Marvels, Ant-Man Quantumania, etc. So having a marquee reveal like RDJ as Doom redirects the conversation. It's exactly what studios try when they need to recapture attention. Big reveal, big name, high stakes. If people talk about this as maybe the MCU is returning to its best, that is valuable. Way more valuable than many critics give credit for. On the theater side, big budget ensemble movies, especially event MCU films, still draw huge crowds globally. Merch and theme parks leverage iconic characters. Doom is iconic. If Doom becomes the face of the villain in merch, theme park rides, post-credits teases, etc., that has long-term earning power. The cost of paying RDJ big is high up front, but if the return in audience interest, brand strength, content output is strong, then it could easily pay off multiples. Putting it all together, is it worth it? Yes, but with condition. It's one of those rare decisions that could save Marvel's current arc if they do everything right, but one that could make things worse if they misstep, because the stakes are so high, the margin for error is thin. If Doom is well written, complex, given room to breathe, not just as villain, but as someone with stakes, fears, ambitions, if they build up the world properly, which it seems they are trying, with Fantastic Four, with multiverse setup, if they lean into what made Marvel great: character, emotion, surprise rather than only spectacle, if they honor fans' intelligence, then this decision will be seen retroactively as a masterstroke. If they don't, if Doom becomes just a Stark variant, or a villain who talks too much but doesn't feel dangerous, or feels forced, or if RDJ's performance is more cameo evil stash than layered villainy, then Marvel risks the backlash, fans feeling manipulated, story feeling hollow, character legacy cheapened. We might not know all the plot beats yet, but the scaffolding is in place. Replacing Kang, shifting Doom in, the Russo brothers, solid release schedule, Fantastic Four introduction, discussions with RDJ starting before past misfires, all suggest Marvel hasn't made this decision lightly. One more thing, this isn't just about Avengers Doomsday, it's about Secret Wars, the finale of Phase 6. Marvel is treating this like the crossing point. Everything leads in. If Doomsday sets up Doom well, Secret Wars can then deliver what people want. Massive stakes, multiversal consequences, sadness, wins, losses. If Doomsday underdelivers, Secret Wars might carry too much weight. The payoff could suffer. So, being optimistic but realistic, yes, bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom looks like it will be worth it for Marvel and Disney, but only if the story honors what makes Doom more than a mask, more than a name, more than a paycheck. For you and me watching, this is exciting, because Marvel is clearly trying to push past the slump. They know fans want weight, want emotion, want villain complexity. They want surprise. And Doom, as played by RDJ, has huge promise. It could be one of the most memorable villain arcs of MCU history. But let me ask you, what matters most to you in this kind of reveal? Legacy character fidelity, originality, emotional stakes, or just epic blockbuster fun? Where do you draw the line between change and respect? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what fans are hoping, fearing. And hey, if you found this thought experiment useful, hit the like button, share this video so other Marvel nerds can argue with you too, and subscribe if you want me to continue breaking down MCU moves like this. Because whether this is Marvel's redemption or misstep, it'll be one of the biggest stories in superhero film history, and it's gonna be fun watching it unfold.